Okay, welcome back. Let's continue with extract number 4. You have it on page 164. We have completed the extract number 3. Let's move to the extract number 4. Okay, it is given the extract here. Reference Shylock. I cannot find it. It's not in the bond. Portia. You merchant, have you anything to say? Antonio. But little, I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio, fare you well. I hope you remember this is where Portia wants Antonio to say something, and Antonio feels that these are, actually his last words. So that is the extract here. Let's go through the questions now. What is it that Shylock cannot find? Why does that worry him? Well, Portia, he wanted Shylock's bond so that she can look at it. She took the bond, she looked carefully at it, and then she told Shylock that there's no problem in the bond and he can legally, or he has the right to take the pound of flesh from Antonio's body. But then after that, she also tells him that, you should get a surgeon prepared, otherwise this person might bleed to death. Now Shylock, he was quite shocked and he says, but it is not mentioned in my bond. I haven't written it anywhere. So she says, what of, a surgeon? You should at least pay for the surgeon. You should have a surgeon ready here for Antonio. Now that is the thing that he's looking for in the bond. And why is he worried? He is actually worried that, to stop the bleeding, to stop the wound, he'll have to get a doctor. And by doing so, what will happen if we get a doctor? Antonio's life would be saved, and then his revenge will be unfulfilled. Right? Okay, let's move to the B part of the extract. Right? Account for Portia's question asked at this time. What had she said before this? Now here, Portia wanted Merchant to say something. So she says, do you have anything to say? Why do you think so she wanted him to say something? Well, Portia wanted Antonio to say something so that he would like to defend himself. She wanted Antonio to say something so that he could actually express his thoughts related to the bond, or maybe he should actually defend himself by saying that yes, of course he needs a surgeon, or why a person should actually extract a pound of flesh. However, Antonio was not at all bothered. He says here that I've already prepared myself. I've already given up hope of saving myself. What had she said before this? Now, before this, she even advised Shylock to arrange for a surgeon. Now, she was trying to save Antonio, and that is why she wanted Shylock to arrange a surgeon so that nothing wrong would happen to Antonio. However, Antonio had already given up all the hope and he was ready. He had prepared himself to die at Shylock's hands. Right? So that's the answer. You can frame it in your own words and write the answer. Right, this was the second extract. Let's move to the third one. Let's move to the C one. How does Antonio's statement, I am armed and well prepared, indicate his tone of resignation? Resignation means giving up. So the way Antonio actually said this line, that he has prepared himself, he has given up hope, showed that he had already lost his will to defend himself, his willpower to save himself. He had actually lost all the hopes of being alive. He had prepared himself to face the tyranny of Shylock, and he was not even bothered whether he would live or die. He had already given up hope of living. So, why does he seem ready to die? See, it also shows that he has prepared himself and his spirit to bear the rage and tyranny of his enemy Shylock. It shows that, it seems as if he's ready to die, Why? Because here he is blaming himself for everything. Everything that is happening, everything that has happened to him, he's blaming himself, and he feels that he's the one who should be or who should die before anyone else. Now move ahead. Let's see. Give a brief summary of Antonio's speech that follows the two lines given in this extract. Now I hope you remember the speech of Antonio. This is that speech where he talks to Bassanio. He takes his hand and he says that, see, I love you very much. Never ever think that I am into all this or I'm losing my life because of this, but I want you to feel sad that you have lost a friend. Not you've lost a friend because of yourself, you've just lost a friend. Then I want you to convey my regards to Portia. Tell her how much I loved you. Tell her how my life ended. And I really want you to tell Portia and let her be the judge. I want you to tell her the whole story about my life and everything. And I want you to tell her that she should be the judge of my life, my story, and what she feels. Right? He also wants Portia to know that Bassanio's lover or the best friend ever was Antonio. I hope this much is clear. Now, after that, Bassanio's next question, last one, E part, let's see. How do Bassanio and Bresciano respond to the wistful speech of Antonio? Wistful, I hope you still remember, means sad. So Antonio was actually sad. He was feeling that he is going to die. And that is why he gave this sad speech filled with sadness, pain, and suffering. He was ready to die. And here, the moment he finishes his speech, Bassanio, he says that I have the wife whom I love the most in the whole world, and I love the world all because of Portia. However, just to save your life, I'm ready to give my world, my Portia, everyone up to this cruel person here, just to save my best friend. So, he got too emotional and he was ready to sacrifice not only his life but also his wife in order to save his best friend Antonio. Now we already know how Bresciano follows Bassanio, and the same thing he did. He also said the same thing, that I wish Nerissa was in heaven right now, so that she could actually change the heart of the cruel person here, Shylock, and so that we could actually save Antonio. So both the persons here, or Bassanio, Bresciano, they had no idea that their wives were present in the court, and they both were ready to sacrifice their life, everything that they had earned, and even their wives, just to save Antonio. Right? So please understand it. See if you can write it in your own words. That is very important. Right? You can quote the lines from the speeches as well. Thank you.